everyone. My name is Dylan March, and I'm currently an undergraduate student here at the University of Guelph. I would like to welcome you to the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences and the Ontario Agricultural College's Convocation ceremony this evening. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and the magisterial degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are an even brighter color. The University of Guelph crest that you see on the curtains behind me and shown on the cover of the Convocation program also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links with the Royal City of Guelph, through the white stallion above, the connection to liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance in agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either, happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall are also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduates, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace, leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority at the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is a ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadles and the mace is the vice-chancellor, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. The name reader will announce the degree being awarded at the start of each category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be videoed and, technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The Vice-Chancellor will then confer the degree. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. There will be an opportunity for a truly thunderous applause after each group has graduated. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Vice-Chancellor will then close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all the platform party has processed out of the hall. I would like to mention that today we are introducing a new feature to Convocation. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs and Development are hosting a new social media program developed for Convocation. So share your photos, memories, and advice with graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag GuelphGrad, all one word. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their very successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
At the beginning of this convocation ceremony, we would like to acknowledge the Attawandaron people, on whose traditional territory the University of Guelph resides. At the same time, we would like to offer respect to our Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe and Métis neighbors. It is in this spirit that we are invited, that you are invited to receive these words of invocation. On this day of celebrated accomplishment, we are filled with gratitude, thankful that our diverse paths have been brought together, thankful for the friends that have journeyed with us, thankful for the families that have supported us, and for dedicated faculty and committed administration. As we step off this stage and into the play of life, may our knowledge be coupled with wisdom that we might impact the world for the better. May we be filled with continued wonder and compassion that we might enrich the lives of those around us. Enable us to explore and embrace so that the play of life might resonate with peace. Amen. You may be seated.
Members of the board, honorary fellows and faculty of the university, families and friends of the graduands, and last but certainly not least, graduands. Welcome to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor of serving as the president and vice chancellor of this great university. And I'm privileged to welcome you to Convocation. I'd like to extend a particular welcome to this evening's special guest, Ted Layton, who will receive an honorary Doctor of Science degree. He'll be introduced to you formally in a moment, but I did want to take this moment to congratulate Ted. Congratulations. As we begin today's convocation ceremony, I do believe that a few additional congratulatory remarks are in order. First off, graduands, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you've made it. Well done and well deserved. And before we go on, graduands, there are a group of individuals here who I'm sure you will agree deserve your special attention. Graduands, I invite all of you to stand up, turn around, salute and applaud all those family members and friends who have supported you from the sidelines and throughout your time here at Guelph. Here's your chance. Great. That's great. Thank you. Well, in preparing this welcome, I reflected on the address I gave at my recent installation. And for those of you who don't know, I began my role as president here at the University of Guelph on August the 1st. So I'm kind of the new guy. And a couple of weeks ago, I had my installation, which was a very special occasion. And a central part of my message was about how this university has prepared you, our graduates, for this very moment and for the years that will follow. So I'd like to share with you some of the thoughts I shared during that installation speech a few weeks ago. Now, I'm an optimist by nature, and in many ways we are living through what might be remembered as one of the most exciting and important periods throughout history. The world today is marked by unprecedented dynamicity, incredible advances in the life sciences and the physical sciences, in information and communications technology, in the sheer volume of discovery and knowledge. And through all this change, advances in the social sciences, in the arts, the humanities, test our belief systems. They challenge our constructs against new and evolving societal contexts. And by doing so, they offer new information that helps us adapt to these changing realities. We're also witnessing disciplines and subject matter that had been isolated, coming together in fresh and exciting ways, like music and computer technology, healthcare and robotic engineering, manufacturing and agriculture. The interconnectedness of our world today makes knowledge more accessible and abundant than ever. This is accelerating discovery and new learning faster than many of us can even catch up to. So what are the attributes of humans that will allow us to thrive in such dynamic times? Well, they include the ability as individuals and as a university for us to adapt and readapt in a healthy way to uncertainty and change. And by adaptation, I don't mean passive habituation. I'm referring to the act of very consciously and deliberately redefining ourselves based on what is going on around us. When faced with change, people adapt. Sometimes they adapt in healthy ways. Sometimes they adapt in less than healthy ways. The opportunity for you, our graduates, is to adapt to change in healthy ways, to undertake thoughtful analysis that will help uncover what I like to call the upside of uncertainty, the upside of change. This provides hope, it provides inspiration and discovery. It's about taking uncertainty and change and really turning it into something special. Within the context of today's world, an important part of our mission as a university has been to provide our students, you, our graduates, with an environment of broad perspectives and analysis, and the opportunity for you to adapt in healthy ways to a changing world. Now, in pursuit of this healthy adaptation, we must also remember and work to preserve and enhance what makes Guelph so unique: our integrity, our team and community spirit, characterized by the willingness to look out for our neighbors and to work together towards common goals, and demonstrated through our volunteer work across this beautiful city of Guelph and right around the world. How and what you choose to explore should be grounded in and guided by these timeless values. Now, our university has worked hard to provide you with the tools to successfully adapt and navigate through the complexities and the dynamics of a modern society, and to provide you, our graduates, with hope and clarity. We've tried to instill an ability to adapt and indeed thrive within a more ambiguous and ever-changing environment. And we have built a physical environment that has supported your campus experience, a campus experience that has exposed you to meaningful learning, world-renowned breakthroughs, and personal growth. Through all this, we've also kept in mind that the University of Guelph provided you with a home away from home during a key transition in your own personal journeys, during a key period of transformation in your own development. In short, we believe that your university has provided you with an environment, a very important environment, an environment that has enhanced your learning and incubated new ideas by facilitating meaningful human interaction and productive collaboration. The debate and discussion encouraged by university environments go beyond technical skill. It is in this physical space that you have developed the analytical and soft skills that will serve you through each and every job you might have. And what you have learned goes beyond the teaching of subject matter strictly. and toward the process of learning, learning to learn, adaptation, leadership, and creativity. As successful graduates, many of you will blend knowledge, mixing and matching ideas from separate disciplines. Your time at Guelph has provided you with the creative and the intellectual skills to apply that knowledge in innovative, energizing, and new and different ways. So as you enter this exciting next stage of your lives, I encourage you to draw on all of your University of Guelph experiences and to bring the very best you have to offer to each and every experience you encounter, to your work life, to your personal relationships, and to your service to society. Thank you for all your hard work and for all the good things that you have brought to the University of Guelph, and congratulations on reaching this wonderful milestone in your lives. Well done.
Mr. Vice Chancellor. On the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is my great privilege to present to you Frederick A. Layton, candidate for the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Dr. Layton is a visionary thinker, scientific leader, and professor of veterinary pathology at the Western College of Veterinary Medicine at the University of Saskatchewan. He has made profound contributions to the understanding of wildlife disease in Canada throughout his leadership roles as a founder and executive director of the Canadian Wildlife Health Cooperative, CWHC. The CWHC connects the 5 Canadian veterinary schools to cooperate on postmortem examinations of wildlife, analysis of data, and to identify spreading and emerging wildlife diseases. This surveillance program crosses the traditional boundaries of government and includes public health, animal health, agriculture, and natural resources. Dr. Layton recognizes these interconnections and has generated strong relationships and credibility with the many federal and provincial agencies involved with the center. He is highly effective at communicating wildlife biology and health issues in Canada and internationally, and is committed to public service and development of effective public policy. Dr. Layton is also an outstanding teacher who creates learning experiences that foster problem-solving ability in his students. He has created a solid body of research on wildlife health and disease, and many of his graduate students have gone on to become leaders in animal health in North America and Europe. He has taken a leadership role in the OIE, the World Organization for Animal Health, to build international capacity in wildlife health management. Serving as the head of the OIE International Collaborating Center for Wildlife Disease Surveillance, and on the OIE Working Group on Wildlife Diseases, Dr. Layton has brought education and technical support to governments and agencies throughout Latin America, Africa, Eastern Europe, and Southeast Asia. Dr. Layton's vision of the important contributions that veterinarians make to the health of animals, humans, and the environment is brought vividly to life by his work. He is regularly invited in Canada and abroad to speak at veterinary schools, medical schools, and in front of government organizations dealing with public health and food safety. In recognition of his outstanding and ongoing contributions to veterinary medicine, I now ask you, Mr. Chancellor, to confer upon Dr. Layton the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science. Congrats. Dr. Ted Layton will now give the convocation address.
President Vicarino, My fellow students, we graduate together today. The support team in the back of the hall, all of our other guests, Dr. Barker in particular for his kind words. This is a terrific honor to be here this evening to receive an honorary degree from the University of Guelph. And to me, it's terrific in every sense of the word, as an enthusiastic superlative that I am so fortunate to receive this honor at the end of my formal career, that my colleagues at this university, whom I have so long valued and respected, should band together and recommend me for this degree, and that the university should accept that recommendation. It's terrific in the sense of an immensely momentous occasion, because this is indeed a very great honor, something that I never anticipated and that I value immensely. And it's terrific in the sense of a moment of actual terror at the notion that now I must stand before you and share with you some thoughts that might be worthy of this occasion. I've had the privilege of pursuing an academic career in Canada. And for me, that has meant that the people of Canada have expected me to work long hours in their service, but also have given me exceptional freedom and resources to define what that service should be. My career path has not been very linear at all. I've had a long career in the natural sciences, but my first university degree was in theater and cinema. I was briefly a school teacher in an outport in Newfoundland, and I came to science and veterinary medicine relatively late. I was 36 years old when I obtained my first job as an academic. Back then, I had just acquired the credentials of a specialist in veterinary pathology. That's a deep but very narrow niche in academic science. But perhaps the richest and most rewarding aspect of my career has been that in the 30 years since that first academic appointment, and really without changing jobs or institutions, I've been able to work within disciplines and sectors well beyond that narrow starting point. My work has taken me into several branches of natural sciences beyond veterinary pathology, sciences of ecology, population biology, epidemiology, emerging infectious diseases, but it's also taken me into the social sciences, into sociology, human organizations, government policy and economics, and it has allowed me to work at many different levels of social organization, local, regional, national, and international. In academia, as in other walks of life, very little is handed to you on a platter. You have to set your goals, pursue them with energy and determination, but there are great rewards if you do so. And I feel immensely fortunate and privileged that I've been able to work across so many fields and sectors and with so many wise and talented people. You, my fellow graduates, are mostly at the beginning of your careers, fresh out of the oven and ready for whatever comes next. I'm 30 years along that path, toward the end of my formal career, and wondering what it all means. And I wonder, what can I share with you from this opposite end of the universe, so to speak? My father graduated from medical school in the 1930s, and at a reception after his convocation ceremony, he fell into conversation with a physician who had graduated 40 years previously and had been in practice ever since. And the elderly doctor was eager to hear about the latest innovations, and my father held him spellbound for at least half an hour, bubbling over about the new wonders of the electron microscope, new ideas about the immune system and vaccines, and the amazing chemistry of antibacterial drugs. And at the end of their conversation, the elderly doctor thanked my father for the tour of the latest understanding, and he made a parting comment. He said that this convocation from medical school was a unique moment in my father's career. It was the moment at which he had more knowledge and less wisdom than he would ever have again in his life. So I've had about 35 years since receiving my veterinary degree to try to gain some wisdom at the expense of knowledge. I've certainly lost plenty on the knowledge side. I'm less sure about whether I've gained any equivalent on the wisdom side. But I've been given the opportunity to see the world, to work within it, and so perhaps I can share with you a few thoughts about how we are, and our common future. One of the great privileges in my life has been to come to know Canada fairly well. Through childhood and some freewheeling years in my early 20s, and from my work as director of a Canada-wide research institute, I've been able to spend what could be called quality time in every province and territory. And from this fairly thorough acquaintance, three aspects of Canada have come to haunt my thoughts. The first is what an improbable treasure this country really is. A huge land with a tiny human population, fewer people than live in Tokyo, in a country 26 times larger than Japan, rich beyond imagining in everything the earth has to offer. The second is to be appalled at what terrible stewards of this land we have been in the past and in the present. An international friend of mine once tried to explain to me his country by saying that it was governed by a universal cultural mantra. If it moves, shoot it. If it doesn't, chop it down. Well, I don't know whether this is the fair assessment of his country, but in many ways it seems to be an apt description of our stewardship of Canada. We seem to have no concept of limits or future or enough, perhaps because we were offered such seemingly limitless bounty at the very beginning. As I once wrote in a poem, we seem now intent on digging up the ends of all of our rainbows until the rain itself is gone. The third aspect of Canada that haunts me is how disconnected we are from so many of the urgent life and death issues confronting humankind on Earth. This is changing, I think, mostly because Canadians under 40 are getting fed up with political leadership that pretends these things don't exist and won't affect us, when manifestly they do and they will. But indeed, Canada is only just now beginning to sense, to really feel the issues that have shaped most of the rest of the world in the past 50 years. These issues are massive, exponential growth in human population and our use of resources, which in turn are driving all these things like climate change and water shortages and epidemic diseases and soil depletion and massive human displacements. During these same 50 years, the United States, for example, became a bilingual country in spite of its policies because of the relentless press of economic and environmental migrants from Spanish-speaking America. Africa is now moving to Europe because for hundreds of thousands of Africans, the prospect of drowning is less awful than the prospect of remaining. The homes and farms of about half of the 160 million people in Bangladesh will soon be uninhabitable due to rising oceans. Where will they go? Canada has no credible national policies to deal with these global issues that soon will be our own. We have no policy on the management of future human populations. Our policy on immigration is more or less to prevent it unless the immigrant is rich or seasonal. But very soon our population will increase vastly by immigration on a totally unprecedented scale. What will we do? We have no national policy on food security or on food production and food sufficiency and food distribution in some kind of a prolonged crisis. Our national policy on resources is to sell them to the rest of the world as fast as possible and to have no worries about how they are used or what we'll do when they run out. All this can change, however, and it can change very quickly. And you, my fellow graduates, I hope, will change it. But you had better act now and make this a lifelong priority. We cannot prevent the rising tide of global realities from flooding across our land and our ways of living. But if we grasp the moment, make wise decisions, and prepare for the broadly predictable future, we can restore our stewardship, discharge our responsibilities as global citizens, and chart a civilized pathway through what will certainly be a challenging future. My final thought is to urge you to reject the model and rhetoric of competition when it comes to the big long-term issues posed by these global realities. Currently, competition is our dominant social paradigm. And competition has its place. As a short-term strategy in human relations, it brings us sharper ideas, better products, better science, newer drugs. But competition can never solve problems that require global governance, problems like climate change or the equitable distribution of wealth and resources. These are the problems that will determine in this century whether or not our civilization can endure. And these problems can only be solved by a model of collaboration and consensus on a scale never before achieved by humankind. Collaboration and consensus on this scale may require major revisions of our long-held concepts of such notions as national sovereignty, international tolerance, taxation. This will be the biggest challenge to your generation and its children, to find new modes of human collaboration and governance that are at once possible within the realm of real human behavior and sufficient to assure the long-term persistence of humanity. So you've got your work cut out for you. So take that work to heart. Let one of your personal goals be to make the world a better place, and start working on that goal right now. Keep the difficult realities of a world of 9 or 12 billion people fully in your sights. But remember also, across the globe, there are 1.6 billion people in your generation. If you can learn to harness the collective power of that group, of your cohort, there is no problem you cannot manage and resolve. So I congratulate you on your hard-earned degrees, and I look forward to your firm and informed guidance of Canada in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Layton, for these very important words that I would say were not only for the graduates here today. I think they're words that we should all adopt as we progress to change the way Canada and the world is. So thank you for this important reminder. And now, graduates, we turn our attention to you. So will the graduating class please rise? Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Now, will the members of the graduating class please be seated?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We know that this is an exciting time to see your graduate cross the stage. Please feel free to express your joy with a personal cheer or woohoo. But please, could you hold your collective applause until each of the various groups of students have crossed the stage. I will give you a signal so you can burst into thunderous applause. Thank you very much. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences that they may be admitted to the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Sebastian Hood. Bray Ann MacArthur. Robin Nicole Taylor O'Brien. Laura Adrienne Parrott. Stacy Lynn Shell. João Paulo Souza. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Mina Kaviani. Apichia Lilawani Kuni. Hamida Mirwan. Khalid Mumand. Jillian Elizabeth Althea Tarling. Derek Douglas Toms. Let's congratulate our Doctor of Philosophy graduates. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Applied Nutrition. Stephanie Alexander. Holly Ann Scott. Jessica Bailey Sugg. Dennis Sang. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Arts. Kayla Janae Albrecht. Sabrina Jean Armstrong. Patricia Barada. Melissa Bell. Nicholas Matthew Cristiano. Rachel Lynn Driscoll. Jennifer Blair Edwards. Nicole Jeffrey. Riley Victoria Johnson. Monica Lynn McGinnis. Alexandra Hope Meeker. Matthew Price. Tyler Sack. Isabella Sulpizio. Rachel Marie Tomlinson. Lydia Crystal Valencia Forcon. Cody Veenstra. Claire Watton. Sarah Youssef. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Science. Ashley Michelle Callan. Julia Campbell. Ainsley Jordan Filion. Rebecca Fleury. Carolyn Louise Fraser. Erica Dawn Gaylor. Susan Lorraine Hrischenko. Andrea Lamar. Michael Allen Merchant. Danielle Morrow. Oriana Maria Pisano. Andrea Patricia Patterson. Victoria Ann Pelegi. Maria Lynn Reesor. Rebecca Lynn Scriver. Andrea Ann Alicia Starr. Lindsay Stayhauer. Ann Sato. Matthew Vetta. Hannah Margaret Watkins. Jackie Wang. Catherine Elizabeth Woodrow. Jennifer Wonder. Please join me in congratulating master's degrees from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Landscape Architecture. Maciej Gołaszewski. Zunan Chang. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Environmental Sciences. Stephen Kyle Belanger. Ying Hao Gong. Chelsea Gerard. Sophie Gibbs. Shelby Morgan Jones. Amanda Morris. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you this scholar from the Ontario Agricultural College that she may be admitted to the degree Master of Planning. Heather Lynn Simpson. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Science. Aaron Agro. Joel Alexander Leslie Aiken. Abdul Hakim Alzarani. Nathaniel Amar. Vanessa Bodwin. Elena Boldreva. Janking Jen. Anupam Chu. Ruye Dai. Teresa Festin. Allison Friesen. Alicia Gorman. Amanda Catherine Green. Laura Harper. Shua Wong. Lone Jesperson. Back to our Khan. Dipendra Kanal. Xiaohui Ma. Jessica Ann McLeister. Laura Evelyn Metcalf. Jinya Peng. Christopher David Powell. Dinesh Kumar Salvaraj. Anita Sisofa. Shannon Olivia Stanley. Michael George Fanhe.
Whoop, whoop.
Nine Verghese. Bridget Adair Visser. Kimberly Samantha Wall. Jinrei Wong. Ray Guang Wong. See you. Ling Yuan. Hong Chan. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College that they may be admitted to the degree Master of Science Planning. Inimpreet Chahal. Jennifer Elizabeth Huff. Chochi Song. Shelby Lee White. Xiao Chang. Let's congratulate the master's students.
Well, that was a lot of scholars. Can you please join me in thanking Dr. McEwen for introducing all of tonight's scholars? Mr. Vice Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
My name is Serge Desmarais. I'm the acting provost and vice president academic at the university, and it's my pleasure to provide some final remarks to conclude today's ceremony, but trust me, I'll be quick. And in fact, before we begin, I was talking to somebody before the ceremony who was reminding me that most people don't really remember their convocation. It's like, goes like this. So take 2 seconds and think of where you are right now. Think of what you've accomplished and just focus on this moment for just a few seconds so that you don't forget it, because it is indeed a very special time. Good. Now we can move on. Today we came together to celebrate an important transition in your life, and it's easy to think of this as the end of a process with days of studying and exams, assignments, and research now over. But your process of learning did not begin here at the University of Guelph, nor will it end when you exit this room, take lots of photos, and celebrate in the company of friends and family. Today is just the beginning of a lifelong learning process during which your education, the education that you've received here at the University of Guelph, both inside and outside of class, will serve you well. We hope that we have succeeded in opening your eyes to the complexity of life and to the multitude of perspectives based on culture, upbringing, and experience. We hope that we have given you a glimpse of a greater knowledge of the world around us, of how humans interact with each other, for good and for bad, of art and science and history, of the importance of caring for those around us and the planet we live on, and of all those other things that you've learned and researched and studied. Remember that the education you've received here provides you with opportunity and responsibility. On one hand, it allows you the capacity to take advantage of opportunities that will serve you personally and achieve your personal goals. But on the other hand, it highlights your responsibility to play an important role in civil society, whether local, national, or international. So I offer you a challenge. I would like you to ask, what I ask of you is to be an active participant in the world around you. These actually were words that Dr. Layton commented upon. The world needs you to help resolve serious societal issues. We need you to make informed decisions that can take into account the complexity of a global world. We definitely need you to apply your knowledge and energy and enthusiasm to address increasingly complex social problems. But of course, dealing with these important issues will not be easy. Many of us feel that a single person's effort will not resolve the complexity of the world's problem. But if not you or us, then who? Your university education has provided you with critical skills to answer complex questions. It's provided you with ways to research, communicate, inform, and influence. So it's now up to you to put this knowledge to good use and to make your mark on the world around you. And as you make that mark, remember that the University of Guelph has become a small part of who you are, and that you've also become part of our greater collective history. Your association with the University of Guelph is lifelong. Know that you're always welcome to return, to visit, to learn more, to continue sharing in this vibrant community of learning. We're proud of your achievement, and on behalf of the entire University of Guelph community, I offer you my personal congratulations and best wishes for an exciting and successful future. Thank you. I have a few other important operational things to thank you for. First of all, I'd like to thank the two individuals who actually provide us sign language for the entire day, 5 convocations in total. So please join me in thanking them both. Today we did host 5 convocations, so I don't have to tell you, please return your gowns in 5 minutes because somebody else is going to come in, because nobody else is going to come in. So at least that is good. But please still return your gowns before you end today. Following convocation, the college deans will host a reception for all graduates and their guests at Creelman Hall. This is an opportunity to congratulate the graduates, and we hope that you can arrange to attend. And as I said, after you've taken all the photos, and please take a lot of them so that you can remember this spectacular moment, would you please return your gowns at the tent outside, directly behind War Memorial Hall. So once again, congratulations, graduates. We are all proud of your accomplishments, and I will let President Vaccarino end with a few last words.
3 words. Convocation is dismissed. Congratulations.